This is Anime of the Week, the series where I give you a new anime to check out every single week. If you've seen it, rewatch it. If you haven't, check it out. So this week's anime of the week is Code Geass. And yes, although it might be surprising to you since you most probably already have seen it, I only watched this very recently. So if you've already seen it, go ahead and rewatch it, because it is an absolute banger. Okay, so the story behind this anime is that Lelouch V. Britannia is a guy who renounced his family and at the same time got kicked out of his family since his mother was murdered. And as such, he moves to Japan while Britannia is taking over the rest of the world and finally gets a hold of Japan, taking over Japan to an extent. And now Lelouch is just stuck there, continuing to hate his family, and finally gets a special power called Geass, where he's able to look at a person and make them do whatever he wants. And that's kind of OP. And now Lelouch's entire goal after attaining this power is to destroy his entire family, or rather bring about the destruction of Britannia and his father. This anime is full of plot twists, and it gives off Attack on Titan vibes, where it's a complete genocidal story about the dangers of humanity and how brutal it can be. And although there's a big comparison we can make where we try to compare which is better, Code Geass or Attack on Titan, I say we wait off on that since we don't know how Attack on Titan ends just yet, and that can make a big impact on how we view Attack on Titan. Anyways, back to Code Geass. It's an absolutely amazing story. You love all the characters, their individual morals, their individual goals, their individual relationships with one another, how everything plays out. There's a ton of plot twists that go on in this movie with a bunch of changes in people's relationships, how people turn on one another, how people join sides with one another, and at the end, you just love the ending and how all the characters come together. I mean, at the end of season 1, I was hating on some characters, while at the end of season 2, I suddenly fell in love with all those characters I once hated. It's an entire anime that makes you feel emotions towards each and every single character. It's pretty immersive. You truly do love it, and it's 100% rewatchable. So if you've already seen it, you know you loved it, and you know you will enjoy watching it again. As of right now, I rate this anime a 93%. It's an absolute blast to watch the story, and it's an absolute blast to watch Lelouch because he is an absolute genius. You love to see his plans work. You love to see his plans fail and how he overcomes that obstacle. You just love everything about this. You love seeing Lelouch work with the retaliation forces, the people who want to free Japan from the clutches of Britannia. Everything about this story is just beautiful and amazing to watch. You truly love it. You guys need to check this out.